Good afternoon, everybody. Time for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. I'm Spokane Steve. Let's travel back to 1966. Bring you a game today between the San Francisco Giants and the New York Mets. May the 13th, the first game of a 3-game series between these two clubs. And hello, Kenyon Gray. Thank you. Yeah, right, 227. Who'da thunk? And there's Ben Witz on time. Welcome. And Franklin left another message after watching the replay and said, hey, hello everybody from Franklin Lawn. And there's Kelly Hibbs. Welcome. Let's take a look at this game for a minute here. The Giants come in at 13-15, okay? In real life, at this point in the season, they were 21-7, and it looked like they were running away with it. They had a 5-game lead over the Houston Astros. The Mets, well, we know the Mets have been terrible in the replay. 4-16 so far. In real life, they were an almost respectable 9-11 at this point in real life that season. So I thought that was kind of interesting. The Giants trying to get back in the race, get going themselves, and the Mets just trying to get going. And greetings, Kelly Hibbs. Last 10, the Giants have dropped 7 of their last 10. The Mets have dropped 8 of their last 10. So something's got to give today, right? For the Giants, we have Ray Sadecki making his first start as a Giant. He made 3 starts with St. Louis, was 2-1 with a 1.73 earned run average. In 3 starts, he had 2 complete games, one of them a shutout. So Sadecki, marvelous for St. Louis. We'll see how he does for the Giants. Jack Hamilton, 0-3 on the season so far, but with a fine 3.19 ERA. So you'd have to think that Jack Hamilton has been a victim of poor run support. This will be his 6th start of the season. He's made 2 relief appearances, 31 innings of work. So Sadecki the lefty, Hamilton the righty on the mound today. Let's get you the Giant lineup here and we'll get this game started. I might have to close the sliding door. We'll see how that plays out. For the Giants, Tito Fuentes will lead off at second base. Len Gabrielson will be at first base hitting second. Another day off for Willie McCovey, although he did pinch hit in this game in real life. So he's available. Willie Mays, of course, in the 3 spot in center field. Jim Ray Hart bats cleanup and plays third base. Tom Haller, the catcher, bats 5th. Ollie Brown in right field hitting 6th. Don Landrum gets a start today in left field. He'll bat 7th. Hal Lanier at short and Ray Sadecki, an excellent hitting pitcher, round out the Giants lineup. The Mets defensively will have Jerry Grody behind the dish. Dr. Strangeglove, Dick Stewart at first base. Ron Hunt, Roy McMillan up the middle with Ken Boyer down at third. And the outfield left to right of Swoboda, Cleon Jones, and Hickman. So we've set the lineup for you. Hamilton has completed his warm-up. So umpire says play ball, and here comes Tito Fuentes. Tito hitting just 204 on the season. 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting left-handed, and here we go. The pitch from Hamilton. That's going to be a 1-2 right-handed. It's a foul ball behind the plate. Grody goes back, drops the mask, and puts it away for out number 1. Here's Gabrielson playing first base today. Comes in hitting just 178. 8 for 45. He does have a pair of home runs and 5 RBIs. Hamilton gets his sign. Pitch to Gabrielson is a 5-6 left-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Len Gabrielson down on strikes. Hamilton coming right after him here in the first inning, and here's Willie Mays with 2 down. Mays hitting .308, 10 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Hamilton into the windup. Pitch to Willie Mays is a 210 right-handed. It's a high. That ball is absolutely crushed to left center. Jones going back at the track and just watches it go halfway up the seats for a major league leading 11th home run for the Say Hey Kid. Let's take another look at it. 210 right-handed. Well, no doubt about it. Willie Mays with his 11th home run of the season. That leads the majors. Giants are on the board 1-0, and here's Jim Ray Hart. Hart batting .318 so far. He has 8 home runs and 19 RBIs. Both figures second on the ball club to only, of course, Willie Mays. Hamilton gets the sign now. The 6 to Hart. 6'4" right-handed. That's a grounder to third base X. That's going to be a tough play for Boyer. He's a 2E26. As he dives towards the line, E rating, it's going to be the roll of a 10 on a 26, and it's off his glove. He boots it. That's going to be an error, Boyer. I'll tell you, I'm surprised as anyone by that one. So error by Ken Boyer allows Hart to reach, and Tom Haller will come to bat in the first inning. And greetings to So and Jeremiah. Yeah, right, Jeremiah. Fitting, I think, as well. Mays having a hell of a season here in our 66 replay. And welcome to Mike C. I know, and no McCovey again. Although he did pinch hit in this game in real life, he is available. Haller comes into the game hitting just .229. 2 homers, 4 RBIs for the left-handed hitting catcher. Hamilton now working from the stretch. It's a 1-6. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Hickman's going back now on the track at the wall. It's gone. Tom Haller with a home run. 1-6 right-handed to 19. The roll is a 3. Hart will score ahead of him. And just like that, it's 3-0 San Francisco. So the Giants flexing their muscles here in the first inning. 2 home runs and a 3-0 lead. And here's Ollie Downtown Brown. Brown hitting .204 so far. Does not have a home run. Hamilton into the windup now. It's a 2-5 right-hander. A ground ball to Hunt's left. He's got it. Throws to Stewart, and that will do it. The Giants put up 3 runs on 2 hits. A 2-out error will make 2 of those runs unearned as far as Hamilton's ERA goes. And we go to the bottom of the first. San Francisco 3, New York coming to bat. Holy cow. It's time for, I'm laughing at Kenyon's comment. Time for Grody to go out to the mound. Not much you can do about that. Hamilton basically got ambushed. The homer to Mays was bad enough. But the error by Ken Boyer opened the door to 2 more runs on the Tom Haller 2-run shot. As Sadecki gets warmed up for his first start for the Giants, let's go over the Mets lineup. Ron Hunt, Mr. Hit by Pitch, will lead off and play second base. Cleon Jones in center moves up to the 2 spot. Ken Boyer at third, batting third. Dick Stewart in the cleanup spot at first base. Jim Hickman will be in right today, hitting 5th. Ron Swoboda's in left. Jerry Grody, the catcher, hit 7th. Roy McMillan back in the lineup at short. He'll hit 8th. Hamilton, the pitcher, batting 9th. The Giants have Tom Haller doing the catching. Len Gabrielson at first. Fuentes and Lanier up the middle with Hart at third. And the outfield left to right of Landrum, Mays, and Brown. Sadecki ready to go to work now. Gets the sign from Haller. Ron Hunt leading the Mets in hitting so far at .329. No homers, 3 RBIs for Hunt. The left-hander winds and deals. 4-8 right-handed, and he loses him, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Hunt. Ron Hunt, a star 15 stealer. Let's check the battery now for the Giants. Sadecki a 0, Haller a 0. So that would make Hunt a 15. He will be held on, making him a 13. And the batter will be Cleon Jones. Cleon, hitting .255 so far, does not have a home run, only 2 RBIs. Sadecki working from the stretch now. Pitch to Cleon, a 5-8 right-handed. That's a triple to 3 on a 12. That's going to be a base hit into right center, cut off by Willie Mays. Hunt will round and head into third. Jones rounds and holds at first. And the Mets are in business now with runners at the corners and nobody out. Jones, a star 15. Held on 13, and yes, this is not going to work. Okay, hang on. I have to shut the slider. Just as I anticipated, earlier I saw the green-shirted yard guys walking around. I figured it's only a matter of moments before they fire up the mower. There's Greg. Welcome, Greg. Yeah, the grounds crew is here again. Absolutely, they're gonna finish the lawn. If you could see this thing, I can't even put it into words. Anyway, first and third, nobody out. Here's Ken Boyer. Boyer so far hitting .253, 1 home run, 9 RBIs, which, believe it or not, leads the ball club. Boyer would like to atone for that error right here. Infield double play depth. Sadecki out of the stretch on a 2-10 left-hander. It's a comebacker. Sadecki snares it. Fires down to Fuentes for 1. Back to first, not in time. A run will score on that. That's going to go as a 1-4 force. Hunt crosses the plate to make it 3-1. So Boyer standing at first now, 1 down, and here's Dick Stewart. Stewart just 3 for 22 on the season. Sadecki from the stretch. That's a 6-6 right-handed to Stewart, and he loses him, ball 4. So Sadecki having his problems as well here in the first inning. He's walked 2. And the batter will be Hickman. Jim Hickman comes in at .263, 1 homer, 4 RBIs. Sadecki gets the sign now from Haller. From the stretch, the pitch to Hickman is a 4-4 right-handed. That's going to be a grounder to shortstop X. This could be 2. But remember, this is Lanier, a 3E42. Let me double check that. That's correct, a 3E42, and here's the play. On a 5, he makes the play. His only play is to first base, and both runners will move up on the ground ball C. So 4-3-X, Boyer to third, Stewart to second. And with 2 away, it'll be up to Ron Swoboda. One of my favorites of my youth. Swoboda comes in hitting just .205, 8 for 39, no home runs but 6 RBIs. 2 runners in scoring position now. Right-handed batter. Sadecki with the pitch on a 4-6 right-handed. It's a ground ball, slow roller. Charging it is Lanier. On the run, throws to Gabrielson in time. So Sadecki gets out of that cheaply enough. The Mets get a run on a hit and leave 2 runners in scoring position. After 1 complete, Giants 3, Mets 1. These guys have changed their schedule since last winter. When I first moved into this apartment last April, they came on Monday and it was much earlier in the day. Somehow this year we've gotten the Wednesday afternoon shift. Hamilton getting ready to go to work in the second. Don Landrum will lead things off. Landrum, a left-handed hitter. Just 1 for 16 on the season so far. So Landrum trying to get going. This is only his 11th ball game. Most of his playing time has come as a pinch hitter. Hamilton into the windup. Pitch to Landrum is going to be a 4-7 left-handed, and he loses him, ball 4. A leadoff walk to Landrum, not a threat to steal. Check the battery anyway. Hamilton with a rather poor +3. Grody with a -1 arm, however, makes it 2, so he'd be 15. He's not a star stealer. He'd have to try for that lead. And with a 9 automatic caught, that will serve as a deterrent. And here's Hal Lanier. Lanier hitting just 173. He does have a home run. Hamilton from the stretch. 3-8 right-handed. That's a grounder to short. McMillan up the middle with it. Flips to Hunt. On to Stewart for the double play. Nice to have Roy McMillan back in the lineup for the Mets. A better defensive shortstop than Pursue, who's been playing more recently. 2 outs, nobody on, and Ray Sadecki will be the hitter. Sadecki with an 8N, a left-handed hitter. An 8N, of course, the best you can get as far as pitchers' hitting cards go. So here's Sadecki. Hamilton ready to deliver now. That's going to be a 3-6. Struck him out. So Hamilton looked like he was going to start off there, started shaky with a walk, and got out of it rather quickly. We go to the bottom of the second, still 3-1 San Francisco. I have to get used to the image in my mind now here of Sadecki pitching for the Giants. Bottom of the order due up for the Mets here in the bottom of the second. Grody, McMillan, and Hamilton. Grody so far at 227, no homers, 7 RBIs. Sadecki into the windup. Pitch to Jerry's a 6'10 right-hander. That's going to be catcher's card X. That will be Haller, a 3E4. And here's the play. On a 19, that will be a foul out to the catcher. So Grody fouls out to his counterpart there. And here's McMillan. We haven't seen McMillan in a while. McMillan hitting just 170 on the season. He does have a home run. Sadecki into the windup. Pitch to McMillan on a 1-9 left-handed ground ball back to the mound, knocked down by Sadecki. Picks it up, throws to Gabrielson for the second out. Flushing City workers indeed. Here's Hamilton, right-handed hitter, 1W. The pitch from Sadecki. 4-4 right-handed at the grounder to short X. That's going to be Lanier. Lanier tested on the X chart for the second time, a 3E42. And here's the play. It's the error range. A 9 on a 42, and he boots it. That'll be an error on Lanier. So E4, Hamilton reaches. One error now for each team. And here's Ron Hunt, who walked his first time today. Sadecki, a glance at Hamilton. Hamilton not much of a lead. Now the pitch to Hunt. From the stretch is a 1-7 left-handed. Sharply hit single into center field. Hamilton's going to be waved into third. And he'll be in there on a long single by Hunt. So an error opened the floodgates for the Giants in the first. Let's see if it'll do the same for the Mets here in the bottom of the second. Runners at the corners, 2 down, and Cleon Jones the batter. Jones singled his first time up. And there's Michael. I tell you, Michael, I used to have one of those little helmets that I kept from the ice cream. I don't think I have it anymore. I don't remember seeing it when I moved. And figuring it's only been just over a year ago when I basically handled everything I owned. I don't know, even with my senior appropriate memory, I think I would have remembered that. So here's Cleon, first and third, 2 down. Sadecki checks the runner now from the stretch. That's going to be a 2-6 left-handed. It's a 2-star single. And the Mets indeed capitalize on the error. That will score Hamilton. Hunt rounds and heads to third. It's an RBI single for Cleon Jones, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Here's Boyer now with 2 down. Boyer, 0 for 1, picked up an RBI on a ground out in the first. Sadecki trying to get out of this inning now. Here's the pitch. 6-7 right-handed, double to 5. That's a 2-star single, and the game is tied. Boyer comes through. Hunt will cross the plate. Cleon Jones rounds and scoots into third base. So Boyer with 2 RBIs. I guess he atoned for his error. Remember his 2-out error in the first inning allowed Haller to come to the plate, and he deposited one in the right field seats. So here's Stewart now. That could be, Greg. My question is, why didn't they just keep Lanier at second base, where he's a 2E8? Stewart walked his first time up. Tie ball game, first and third, 2 down. Sadecki with the pitch on a 2-10. It's a comebacker. Sadecki knocks it down, now picks it up a couple steps towards first, tosses to Gabrielson, and the side is retired. But the Mets tie it up. 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave a pair. There will be 1 unearned run charged to Sadecki. Actually, both, isn't it? That would have been the 3rd out. 2 unearned runs for Sadecki. So, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. 2 unearned runs apiece. After 2 innings complete, it's a 3-3 ball game. Now let's see if these starting pitchers can settle in a bit as the game progresses. Top of the order for the Giants, Tito Fuentes will start us off in the 3rd. Just getting started, folks. Lot of ball game ahead. Fuentes 0 for 1, standing in from the left side now. Hamilton into the windup. That's going to be a 4-2 left-handed. It's a lazy fly ball the opposite way into left field. Swoboda coming in a bit, and he'll make the catch for the first out. Here's Gabrielson, struck out in the first. Left-handed batter. Hamilton winds and deals. That's going to be a 2-6 right-handed. He pops him up on the right side. Hunt waving everybody off and makes the grab for out number 2. And here is the Say Hey Kid. Mays, a prodigious home run way back up the seats in the first inning. Now leading the major leagues with 11 home runs. Here is Willie Mays. Hamilton gets his sign. No argument. Pitch to Mays on a 1-5. He struck him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Hamilton, who does indeed settle down. And as Ben said, and we got a game here. Here's Sadecki now. Hope everyone's having a good day out there. I tell you, I sure am. I went to the chiropractor today. Oh my God, I feel like $100. And yep, I took Mookie along. Another car trip for Mookie. Okay, bottom of the third we go. Here's Jim Hickman to start things off. Hickman 0 for 1 today. Sadecki into the windup. That's going to be a 6-6 right-handed, and he loses in ball 4. Third walk issued by Sadecki. Sadecki struggling with his control in the early going. Maybe he's got the first game jitters. Remember, he was just traded for Orlando Cepeda. This is his first start for San Francisco. And here's Swoboda now. Swoboda 0 for 1. Sadecki working out of the stretch now. Comes to the plate on a 2-8. That's going to be a double to 4. On a 20, it's a 2-star single, and Hickman takes third. And the Mets are in business here with runners at the corners and nobody out. Here's Grody now. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to refresh this. You know, it might have been. I don't know. I paid a $20 copay. I can live with that. I'll bet it was about $100 if you had to pay it yourself. I was stealing that line, however, from the movie Fletch. You know, normally you would say, I feel like $1 million. When they ask Fletch, are you okay? Oh yeah, I feel like $100. How are we going to play this now? First and third, nobody out. Swoboda, no threat to steal at first base. The Giants will play at double play depth. Good call, Kenyon. Haller out to the mound. Says, hey, just, let your mechanics do the work. You're overthrowing a little bit. Just hit the glove, buddy. You'll be fine. From the stretch now, here comes the pitch to Jerry Grody. On a 5-7, he struck him out. Oh, so Haller's mound visit seems to have had a positive effect on Sadecki. And here's McMillan with one down. McMillan, of course, not much of a hitter. Sadecki a pretty good chance of getting out of this now. Infield at double play depth. Pitch to McMillan is going to be a 6-11 right-handed. And McMillan ground ball with eyes right up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Hickman will score. Swoboda can take third on that. He's a 12 with 2 out, 14 to center, but Mays with a -4 cannon out there. 1 through 10, he will hold up at second. So an RBI by McMillan, of all people. And the Mets take a 4-3 lead. Hamilton will bat here in the bottom of the third. The pitch from Sadecki. 5-4 right-handed. It's a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Hart, however, a 4E30. Hold your breath on this one. Here's the play on a 1. He's not going to get there. It's a 2-star single. Another run will score. Swoboda will cross the plate. McMillan into third. And Hamilton helps his cause with an RBI single. And Sadecki having all kinds of problems in his San Francisco debut here. 5-3 Mets now, and Ron Hunt will be the batter. Sadecki gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Hunt. 1-9 left-handed is a grounder into the hole at short. Lanier has it, turns and fires. He goes the short way to Fuentes for the force, and that will do it. However, 2 more runs for the Mets on 3 hits. They leave a pair. After 3 complete, Mets 5, Giants 3. Never seen Fletch, huh, Ben? Cited as one of the most quotable movies ever made. And I certainly helped its cause in that regard. I quote it all the time. Oh, maybe not as much as I used to. Oh, we don't do it much anymore, but back in the old days. Hamilton getting ready to go to work in the fourth now with a 2-run lead. He'll be facing Hart, Haller, and Brown. Oh, wait, what? K, thank you, Perry. Hang on. So the 1-9, I beg your pardon, guys. The 1-9 was the roll, correct? Against the left-handed Sadecki. That would be a 6-4-3 double play. 1-9 lefty is a ground ball A. So we had first and third. 1 out. My bad, I lost track of the outs. 1-9 left-handed grounded to short A. That would be a 6-4-3 double play. And that retires the side. Perry says hold up. Do I need to do a review on that? Hang on here. Does anybody else have a blurry? It looks okay here. Anyone else getting a blurry picture? Okay, that looks better. So it was a 1-9, right? Or no? Or do I need to look at it? Right, 1 out before Hunt's at bat, but a 1-9 left-handed on Hunt is a ground ball double play. I guess I should look at it and make sure that it was a 1-9. I didn't touch the dice, so I assume it was. On the other hand, it's possible that I did touch the dice and don't remember doing it. No, it's a 1-9 double play. It is a 1-9 double play. Okay, the play stands. And we move along to the fourth. Sorry, guys. Lost track of the outs there. Hart, Haller, and Brown due for the Giants now against Hamilton. Hamilton now with a 2-run lead. Hart 0 for 1 as Hamilton goes into the windup now. The pitch to Hart is a 2-6 right-handed. Single to 5. On a 6, he just misses it, and it's a line drive speared at third by Boyer. So Ken Boyer, well, you have to think by now, he has atoned for his error in the first. Made a nice play there, and he's driven in 2 runs. And here's Haller. Haller with a 2-run homer his first time up. Hamilton into the windup. 5-5 left-handed. He struck him out. So Mays homered. Hamilton struck him out. Haller homered. Hamilton struck him out at his next at bat. 2 down, and here's Ollie Brown. Brown 0 for 1. Hamilton gets the sign. That's going to be a 1-11 right-handed. A little slow roller to first. Stewart will take it to the bag. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Hamilton, who's now retired 8 straight. So Hamilton, after 1 inning, didn't look like he was going to last 3. He settled down significantly. Let's see if Sadecki can do the same. Jones, Boyer, and Stewart due up for the Mets. Cleon 2 for 2. Jones has been hitting well lately. Started off terribly. He's got his average up to 255 coming into the game. Added 2 hits onto that. Sadecki into the windup. That's going to be a 6-9 right-hander. It's a grounder down to third base. Hart to his left. Scoops it. Turns and throws in time. And here's Ken Boyer. 1 for 2. 2 RBIs. Sadecki gets the side. The pitch to Boyer is going to be a 1-7 left-handed. A ground ball. Slow roller to short. Lanier charging it now. On the run. Throws to Gabrielson for out number 2. 2 out, nobody on, and here's Dick Stewart. Stewart with good power against lefties. Does not have a home run yet this season. Sadecki into the windup. That's going to be a 6-7 right-handed. That's a base hit into center field. 2 out single by Stewart. Definitely no threat to run. And the batter will be Hickman. Hickman 0 for 1 with a walk. Sadecki staring in now from the stretch. A 6-7 right-handed, a double to 5. That's a 2-star single. Stewart rounding the throw. He's in there. Stewart makes it into third on the base hit by Hickman. And the Mets have him cornered with 2 down. It will be up to Swoboda, and there is action in the Giant pen. Right, mostly right-handers. Ron Herbel getting loose. And here's Swoboda. Runners at the corners. Sadecki checks the runners. Now from the stretch. Pitch to Swoboda. 1-5 left-handed. He struck him out. And the Mets strand 2. No runs. 2 hits, 2 left. We're through 4. Mets 5, Giants 3. Big strikeout for Sadecki there. That might have been it for him if he hadn't got Swoboda out. We're moving along to the fifth now. Bottom of the order due for San Francisco. Landrum, Lanier, and Sadecki. Hamilton gets the sign from Grody now. The pitch to Landrum. That's going to be a 2-6 right-handed. It's a ground ball to second base. Hunt coming in a bit now and has it and throws him out. So a slow roller to second. Routine for Ron Hunt. Throws him out for the first out, and here's Lanier. Lanier 0 for 1. Hamilton gets the sign now. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-10 right-handed. That'll be a grounder to short X. That's going to be a tough play for McMillan, a 3E20. McMillan ranges into the hole now. Here's the play on a 6. Fantastic stop by McMillan. The throw in time. Oh my, what a play by Roy McMillan. 6-3X. That'll go down as a web gem. And with 2 outs, Sadecki will be the batter. And of course, the 8N pitcher's hitting card. It's pretty darn good, let's just say it that way. Normally you figure, okay, the pitcher's up, he's out of the inning. I don't feel that way with an 8 up there. Here's the pitch from Hamilton. On a 2-9, he loses him, ball 4. So Hamilton walks the opposing pitcher with 2 down. And Tito Fuentes will be the hitter. And there's baseball redo. Oh, Jeremiah worked with a... Right, yeah, you're right, Perry. I misread the outs. Totally. With 2 out, of course, it would be a ground ball to short, but it was a ground ball A. Jeremiah worked with a relative of Swoboda. That's interesting. I always liked Swoboda. And was Don Landrum Tito's dad? I do not know. Can anyone answer that? Speaking of Tito, here's Tito Fuentes. Runner on first and 2 away. Fuentes 0 for 2 today. Hamilton from the stretch, 1-6. It's a single 2 stars into right field. Sadecki will round and take third. And the Giants have runners at the corners. Len Gabrielson coming to the plate. On deck, Willie Mays. Gabrielson 0 for 2 today. Hamilton would sure like to get Gabrielson here and not have to face Willie Mays. Gabrielson trying to do everything he can to get Willie up to the plate. There's the pitch on a 6-8 left-handed. Single to 3 on a 5. That's going to be fielded by Stewart. Underhands to Hamilton covering. And that will retire the side. No runs a hit, they leave a pair. So the Giants waste an opportunity here in the 5th. And for Willie Mays, he'll have to lead off the 6th. Here's Sadecki now. Sadecki rated only a 5 for endurance. That'll be his first inning of potential fatigue. Hamilton, 6 rated for endurance. Sadecki will be facing the bottom of the Mets order here in the bottom of the 5th. Jerry Grody to start it off. Grody 0 for 2. Sadecki gets the sign from Howler now. Here's the pitch to Grody. It's going to be a 5-12 right-handed. It's a grounder to first base X. That'll be Gabrielson. Tough play for Len, a 4E18. Here's the play. It's the E rating. The roll is an 8 on an 18. And he boots it. Error Gabrielson. Holy cow. E3, Grody reaches the second error for the Giants. And the batter will be McMillan. Sadecki checks the runner now. From the stretch, pitch to Roy is a 2-11 left-handed. It's a grounder to first base. Gabrielson ranging to his right. His only play is to Sadecki covering. And Grody ends up on second base. That'll bring up Hamilton, the pitcher. Hamilton, a right-handed hitter. Sadecki with the pitch on a 1-3 grounder to second base. That's going to be Fuentes over to Gabrielson. And Grody will advance to third. So for the Mets, a runner at third and 2 down. And here's Ron Hunt. Hunt 1 for 2 with a walk. Sadecki checks the runner. Now comes to the plate. 1-6 left-handed. Base hit up the middle. It's an RBI single for Hunt. And the Mets lead it 6-3. Another unearned run. Grody in to score. Hunt will have to be held on. That would make him a 13. And here's Cleon, 2 for 3 today. Not sure how much longer Herman Franks is going to stick with Sadecki. Here's Cleon now. Sadecki from the stretch. It's a 4-3 right-handed. A fly ball to right field X. That's going to be Brown. Brown's a good fielder. 2E7. Brown on his horse. Here's the play. On a 10, E rating. It's that dreaded 5 on an E7. It's a 2-base error on Ollie Brown. And the Giants just cannot get a break today. Hunt stops at third. 2 errors in the inning. So Sadecki, not only has he not pitched well, he's getting very little help from his defense. Here's Boyer. Boyer 1 for 3. The pitch from Sadecki, 3-5 left-handed. It's a grounder to short. Lanier has it, throws to Gabrielson, and that will do it. The Mets add on another run. Another unearned run at that. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 left on after 5 complete. Mets 6, Giants 3. Oh, yes, Canyon. Sadecki having all kinds of problems today. You know, Perry, we were talking about that pregame. The Giants in real life at this point came in 21-7 and looked like they were running away with it. In fact, I've mentioned this before. My good friend Eric asked me before I started this replay how I thought it would turn out, and I said Orioles over Giants in the series. So believe me, I'm as surprised at anyone at the Giants' play so far in this replay. Heart of the order for the Giants here. It's Mays, Hart, and Haller against Hamilton. Hamilton, his first inning of potential fatigue. Willie Mays has already hit a home run in this game. Hamilton into the windup. That's going to be a 2-8 right-handed, and he walks him. A leadoff walk to Willie Mays. +2, 19 not held. He would need to roll a 3 to get it, however. And here's Hart. Yes, sir. Frank is on the hot seat. Frank's on the hot seat. And there's Frank's on the grill, so they're on the hot seat too. Here's Hart now. 0 for 2. Hamilton out of the stretch throws up a 5-3 right-handed fly ball to right field X. That's going to be Hickman, a 3-E5. Tough play for Jim. On an 8, that dice did not settle flat. These will count. 17, he's got it. It's a fly ball A. It's deep enough that Mays is able to tag up and take second. So Hickman had to go a long way to get that one. Mays alertly tags up and takes second, and here's Haller now. Haller has a home run today, 1 for 2. Hamilton into the windup. 5-6 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Haller strikes out for the second time today. And here's Ollie Brown. Brown, a rare error in the bottom of the 5th. There's Hamilton's pitch now on a 5-2. It's a ground ball into the hole. McMillan has it, throws across, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, a man left. Hamilton mowing him down since the first. Oh, absolutely, baseball redo. They've got everything. 66 Orioles we're talking about here. Hitting, defense, starting pitching, a ridiculously deep and sick bullpen. Well, let's see what Sadecki does here in the 6th. His second endurance inning. He'll be on a short leash from this point on. Here's Dick Stewart to lead it off. 1 for 2 with a walk. 6-3 ball game. Mets leading. The pitch from Sadecki's a 4-7 right-handed. He struck him out. So Stewart down on strikes. 1 down. And here's Hickman. Hickman 1 for 2 with a walk. Pitch from Sadecki, a 2-8 left-handed. He pops him up right in the middle of his good column. Hart waiting for it to come down, and there's 2 away. In any case, this will be Sadecki's last inning as he's due to bat third in the 7th. Or would it be? Actually, with an 8 hitters card, he's probably better than anything they have on the bench. Well, that's not true because they have McCovey on the bench. Let me rephrase that. He's probably better than anything other than McCovey on the bench. So here's Swoboda, 2 out, nobody on. Sadecki with the pitch on a 5-7 right-handed. He struck him out. Sadecki's best inning so far, 1, 2, 3 innings striking out 2. Is that going to be enough to buy him a reprieve? Normally, he'd automatically be out of there, but I mean, you have to think about it, don't you, with an 8 hitters card? We'll see how it plays out. Don Landrum will lead off the 7th for the Giants. Hamilton in his second endurance inning here. Landrum, the left-hander, 0 for 1 with a walk. Hamilton gets the side. Here's the pitch to Landrum on a 2-12. He pops him up on the right side. Ron Hunt there to make the play. 1 away. And here's Hal Lanier. Lanier 0 for 2. 6-9 right-handed, a single on a 1 on a 16. Smothered by Boyer, who gets up and throws him out. Oh, good grief. Now it's decision time. A marvelous hitting pitcher, Sadecki. I'm going to let him hit. Left-handed hitter. The pitch from Hamilton on a 2-11. That was his good calling, but he flies it into right field where Hickman makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Hamilton. As we stretch for the 7th, Mets lead at 6-3. So the Giants, with a 3-game series with the Mets, were looking to get well. It has not gone their way at all. Mostly I do, Perry. Sadecki, however, is not fatigued. He is being watched very closely now by the bench as he comes out in the 7th to face the bottom of the Met batting order. Jerry Grody is 0 for 3 today. The pitch from Sadecki, 5-7 right-handed. He struck him out. So Sadecki has fanned 3 of the last 4 batters he's faced now. And here's McMillan. Roy McMillan 1 for 3. Sadecki winds and deals on a 6-7 right-hander. It's a double to 5. That's going to be a base hit by McMillan. So McMillan with a 1-out single. That'll bring up the pitcher, Hamilton. Hamilton, a D bunter, will swing away. Right-handed batter. Sadecki delivers 1-10 and strikes him out. So Sadecki has gotten his act together the last 3 innings. You can't really fault him for the 5th. There were 2 errors in the inning. No fault of his. OPS is nonsensical? Well, I don't know about that, Ben. Would you care to delve deeper? Runner on first, 2 down. Here's Ron Hunt. He's been on base 3 times today. 2 singles and a walk. Sadecki out of the stretch. Pitch to Hunt is a 2-8. It's a ground ball down to third base. Jim Ray Hard has it. Throws him out. And the Giants are retired in the 7th. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Yeah, I'll buy that. But it's also been shown to closely approximate, it's not an exact stat, of course, but it closely approximates the relative values of both runs created and Palmer and Thorne's linear weights method. The latter of which I'm more of a fan of than James's method, honestly. I used the linear weights method for my own card rating system in the ATG League. We're through 7, 6-3 New York. The Giants will have the top of the order due in the 8th. Hamilton's putting on a show today. He's not allowed a run since the first inning. Fuentes will lead it off. He's 1 for 3. Jack Hamilton gets the sign from Grody. That's going to be a 6-7 left-handed, and he loses him ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Fuentes. And Hamilton could be running out of gas here. He's only endurance 6. Mays, Hart, Haller, Brown. Let's check the pen here. Dennis Rybant getting loose for the Mets. So Fuentes leadoff walk, and here's Gabrielson. And there's Joel Horwin. Gabrielson 0 for 3 today. Hamilton from the stretch. That's going to be a 1-9 right-handed. He struck him out. Sixth strikeout for Hamilton now. And the batter will be Willie Mays. Mays 1 for 2, walked and homered in this game. One down, here's Willie. Hamilton from the stretch, 6-6 right-handed, and he loses him ball 4. And now one more hitter walk will fatigue Hamilton. Grody out to the mound. Left-hander Gordy Richardson joins the right-handed Ryban in the Mets pen. And the batter will be Jim Ray Hart. Hart, with good power, represents the tying run at the plate. They're going to let Hamilton pitch to him. From the stretch now, the pitch to Hart is a 5-2 right-handed. That's a grounder to short. That's McMillan, 2 Hunt, 2 first base, double play. And Hamilton wiggles out of the jam. Walked 2. Struck out 1 and got the double play ball. Oh, is that so, Greg? They have a musical name for him. Well, I'd have to say in defense of OPS, it's a pretty good general yardstick. It's certainly not exact. Some of the other methods of statistically gauging offense are more accurate. Oh, gotcha, Greg. Okay. I gotcha. Sadecki still out there. He settled down nicely the last 3 innings, now facing Jones, Boyer, and Stewart. Klingon 2 for 4 today. The pitch from Sadecki, a 1-6 left-handed, is a fly ball into center field. That's a can of corn for Willie Mays, who runs it down for out number 1. And here's Boyer now, 1 for 4. Sadecki delivers a 1-7 ground ball into the hole. Lanier's right there. Plants, throws in time. Right in the heart of Boyer's good column there. He grounds it to short. And with 2 outs, it'll be Dick Stewart. The pitch from Sadecki. 4-7 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Sadecki. We go to the 9th, 6-3. Most likely we would want to replace, excuse me, get Dick Stewart's 5E28 out of there. Since Stewart made the last out, Ed Kranepool will come on and take over for him defensively. Kranepool, a 3E13. He played in this game in real life. Of course, if you look down here, who the hell didn't? Should be pointed out, though, that in real life, this game went 17 innings. And that would explain why so many players were used. And here's Jack Hamilton now. He gave up 2 walks in the 8th, so he only needs 2 hits and or walks to fatigue him, but he's going for the complete game with a 6-3 lead. He's also looking for his first win of the season. Well, WAR is a pretty loose stat too. It's good for gauging a large number of seasons. But for an individual season, I find it to be lacking in many areas. Anyhow, it's good. It's a good topic of debate. But I think it works for a player's career. Like if you take a guy with, he's got 6 or 7 5-WAR seasons. They use that in the Hall of Fame analysis sometimes. 9th inning in a 6-3 ball game. I want to take this opportunity to thank all you guys for being here, for stirring up the stat arguments. Good stuff all the way around. Everybody, appreciate it. We're going to get down to the 9th inning here with the Mets leading 6-3. Jack Hamilton's trying to go the distance. Haller, Brown, and Landrum, or possibly a pinch hitter, due up. Haller 1 for 3 with a homer. Hamilton set now. That's going to be a 6-6 left-handed, and he loses in ball 4. A leadoff walk to Haller, and now one more walk or hit will fatigue Hamilton. And here's Ollie, downtown Brown. Ollie 0 for 3 today. Hamilton from the stretch. That's going to be a 6-4 right-handed. It's a grounder to third base X. That's Boyer. Boyer's going to get another chance. A 2E26. Boyer to his left. Here's the play. Out of 14, it's the E rating. It's an 8 on a 26. Boyer, 2 Hunt, 2 Stewart, double play. So fantastic play by Ken Boyer, and now the Giants are down to their last out, and they're going to go to the bench now. And here's Willie McCovey. Landrum 0 for 2 with a walk. McCovey grabs a bat. Why not? It's fun. That was a huge double play, Ben. Absolutely huge. I know, right? Tom Phoebus. Did he get a real card, or is that a computer-only card? No, it's a real card. So here's McCovey, 2 down, nobody on. Hamilton trying to finish it off here. The windup, 3-6 right-handed, single to 9. That's a base hit for McCovey, and Hamilton is fatigued. So a 1-out single. Hamilton fatigued. Don Landrum, the batter. He does not appear to have much of a card either. Let's see if we can get anybody better up there. Jesus Alou is going to bat for Landrum. Or no, I'm sorry. What am I talking about? McCovey hit for Landrum. Lanier would be due up. We're going to hit for him as well. It'll still be Alou, but he'll hit for Lanier rather than Landrum. I'm tempted to give Hamilton one more batter, even though he's fatigued. In any case, Jesus Alou has been announced. Runner on first and 2 away. They're going to let Hamilton have one more batter here. Hamilton facing Alou. Fatigue. Here's the pitch on a 2-7. It's a fly ball into center field. Cleon backing up a few steps and takes it in, and that's the ball game. Six to 3, the final. Hamilton does indeed go the distance for his first win of the year. And I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. In fact, both starting pitchers went the distance. A far contrast from the real life game. And sorry about that, Greg. The work, that is. I'll have the totals here for you. Hamilton in winning the game, and I agree. Hamilton clearly the Chief Spokane Gary player of the game. A 4-hitter. He allowed 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. He walked a half a dozen, but he got away with it and struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sadecki takes the loss. He's 2-2. That's his first decision as a Giant. He ends up going 8 innings, 4, 7, 9, 10, 11 hits. 6 runs, 3 of them earned. 2, 3 walks. Looks like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Ks. So kind of mixed results on Sadecki. It's really hard to get a read on Sadecki's outing, as he had two errors committed behind him in the 5th. The totals, of course, for the Mets: 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. The Giants, 3 runs, only 4 hits, 2 errors. And the Giants continue to underachieve. The Mets 5-16 now, which is still, frankly, horrible. Is this still about Phoebus there, Joel? I'd have to get the cards out to look at it. Let's take a look ahead on the schedule, and I'm going to get out of here. Boy, you're not kidding, Rick. The Giants do have some ground to make up. On paper, holy cow. I mean, fantastic team on paper, but they're 13-16 now. Tomorrow's game will be the Houston Astros at the Philadelphia Phillies. Turk Farrell for Houston, Chris Short for Philadelphia. So join me for that one, 1:30 Pacific. In the meantime, Spokane Steve wishing each and every one of you a very pleasant good afternoon/evening. Take care, everybody. So long for now.